It's 5 a.m. on the day of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee River Pageant, and Port of London Authority crews are boarding at Barrier Garden Pier.
This ungodly hour in the morning. The weather's not looking very pleasant, but the boat's all up and running, and the crew's got the vessel ship shape and ready to sail this morning. So it's as set as we can ever be. Everything's in place and everything's ready to rock and roll. So it's all stations go this morning.
Over 100 Port of London Authority people will be working afloat on 30 vessels. It's going to be a very long day. At 6 a.m, the Chief Harbour Master leaves to make final checks ahead of the start of the pageant.
A mix of feelings, really. Quite apprehensive, of course, because this is a step into the unknown, but also quietly confident. I'm looking forward to the start, because once the start has happened, all we can do then is monitor it and try and keep it together and on track.
The annual test closure of the Thames barrier today means the river isn't running as fast, and so it's safer for all the boats taking part. Upriver, where 270 boats are moored near Putney, the Port of London Authority is making final checks on everyone's boats.
We're making sure that the POB is correct, that they've applied for the right amount of people are on board who say they're on board, that the master hasn't been drinking, that the vessel is ready to go. Then we give them the pennant. The pennant is to make sure that they are been accredited to join in the pageant and that they've been approved to join the pageant. The flag will identify the vessels that have gone through the correct procedure.
Life jackets, blue wristbands, all good.
The rowers at Chiswick are being scrutineered by the Port of London Authority too. No one is left out. Everyone's spirits are high, and it's not raining. Meanwhile, several miles downriver at Thames Barrier Navigational Control, the nerve centre of the pageant commander gives a 5-minute warning.
We are on time and on track.
Final checks are made.
15 seconds.
Then at 18 minutes past 2, this huge event, for which the Port of London Authority has planned for more than 2 years, is underway.
Start. Jubilee pageant is underway and making way.
At the head of the pageant with the royal barge, the Gloriana, is the Port of London Authority's launch, Richmond, setting the pace for the entire procession. Throughout the 7-mile pageant, the Port of London Authority's boats remain alongside, marshalling everyone to stay safe.
It's been amazing, I thought, really amazing. 46 years up, and you know, there's been smaller pageants, but nothing in that scale. Yeah, it's wonderful.
The Queen and the remaining pageant pass under Tower Bridge, and fireworks mark the end of a successful event.
This is Pageant Commander, well done, well done.
But back at pageant control, the day is far from over.
And the situation that we're in now is we have about 80 boats we still need to get into the lock. Essentially my team are going to remain closed up until we have everyone safely off the river. The pageant itself, given the conditions, went better than I had expected, better than I had ever expected. What we achieved in terms of the overall delay of a little over 35 minutes was what I would have expected under perfect weather conditions. That we managed to keep the delay to that under the conditions we had was really remarkable.
Long after everyone has gone home, the Port of London Authority crews make their way back to Barrier Garden Pier for the end of their shift, almost 20 hours after they'd set out.
Yeah, really good day. Got a bit wet. No, nothing to worry about. Enjoyed it. So yeah, really good experience. Chance of a lifetime, really. Just be honoured to be part of it.
Wet, cold, but cheerful, crews head home. Meanwhile, the second largest port in Britain continues to operate as normal.